All right, let's start with Tukni from the LA Times.
Hi, Tito. How are you?
Good, how are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, I know. It's good to see you. Hopefully soon we'll be back in person. But so after a few days of practice, what are you seeing from this defense this year? What are your kind of goals for this unit heading into a critical year for you guys?
I'd say within the first, day 6, 5? I've seen a lot of energy. I mean, it's kind of been relentless energy. We're being the same team day in and day out. We're not having too many highs or lows. We're kind of staying constant with it. You know, the type of energy came out here day one, we're coming out with, today. So that would probably be the biggest thing.
You've added Devin and Jay and kind of sudden transfer. So what have you seen from them so far early in their UCLA careers?
Well, Devin, he just got here, so we're still evaluating him. Jay, he's looking great. He's working hard. He's a really smart guy. So I really look forward to see what he can do as he progresses here and as he really dials into his technique. And right now his work ethic is through the roof, and I look forward to seeing how he transitions.
Thanks.
James Williams from SoCal News Group.
Hey man, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. So 683 pounds is what I saw in a video for a squat you did, if I'm not mistaken. Was that your personal best?
Yes, it was, yes.
What did you wake up one day and decide you're gonna do that, or what is the buildup? What is the process to pulling off something like that?
Well, for me, I've always kind of been a big, weight room guy. In high school, I did a lot of powerlifting and things. So, squatting that type of weight really wasn't new to me. It was actually something I kind of came back to. I had squatted something similar, my junior year in high school. And so being able to get back to that here and you kind of test it out was really cool. And, so it's not something I kind of wake up. It's something I've been working on for quite some time, but, I've kind of built up to it.
And so that was in March. Has there been any progress on that since then, or are you still at that high of 683?
Well, we're really all about, safety here and, sports science. We're not, lifters for, our career, we're not career lifters or power lifters, we're football players. So we don't test very often. And even if we do, it's going to be under safety measures. You don't want to keep loading yourself up like that. There really is no point after a certain weight. You've kind of proven what you can do. You want to continue getting stronger, but you no longer want to continue testing yourself to that degree every single time, kind of putting that load and stress on your knees, on your back, risking injury.
Gotcha. And what kind of progress have you seen personally under Belton and his program since he's arrived on campus for you guys?
I'd say consistency, being able to, be the same guy every single play, playing with the same level of intensity and same level of drive and work in every play, getting my wind up, conditioning. I think that's kind of been one of the biggest things I've seen with him. And he's really all about that, Coach KB, and he's kind of emulated that throughout the whole team, All
right, thanks, appreciate it.
Tracy Pearson, Bruin Report.
Yeah, Tito, that was kind of my question about Coach Belton, but how has he changed your body since he's been, or how have you transitioned a little physically? Because you look a little bit leaner than maybe last season.
Yeah, my body comp's probably lower. I don't know what the exact numbers are. I'm actually right around the same weight, right around 320. But I definitely feel much better, feel much faster. But he's been a huge testament to that with all the conditioning we do, and so it's been really big for me and the rest of the team to be able to get that work in this summer. And it's kind of one of those things where you start out, you hate running or whatever the case may be, and then you kind of and start to enjoy it towards the end, and you enjoy that kind of that grind, that struggle and that strain, doing some of that running that we were doing with him. So
having not posting a winning season in the last few years, the defense early on under Chip Kelly struggling a bit. What kind of sense of urgency do you and your teammates on the defensive side have about this season?
I'd say it's as urgent as it's ever been. I don't think it's necessarily more or less urgent than it was last year or the previous years. I just think that more guys are on the same page. We know we're more like-minded guys here. A lot of us kind of have grown up a little bit over time, speeding this program after 4 years, especially with a lot of guys coming out the starters. Kind of getting a nice team camaraderie going. I think that's if anything's changed, that's what it's been. I don't think urgency is necessarily changed. I think obviously we're urgent, but I think it's really how together we are, how on the same page we are. So
Back to Tukni.
Oh God. Okay. I know last year was a little strange with the COVID and track, but do you have plans for your track future at UCLA?
As of right now, it's a little bit on hold. With COVID last year, like you said, it kind of ruined that a little bit, and I've kind of chosen to focus on football for the time being. And I'll see where football takes me, and if track is still in the picture for me, I'll take a look at it. I mean, especially for shot putters, our peaks aren't until 26, 28. So I still have a little bit of time to think about that, but that's not something I'm really concerned on right now. But it is something that's not completely out of the book for me.
Have you been watching the Olympics at all? They're kind of transitioning to the track and field portion of the Olympics right now.
Yeah, I watched. I think prelims were last night or 2 nights ago for shot put. I can't remember, but I've been keeping an eye on it, especially with the world record being thrown about a month ago at prelims, or at trial. So that was pretty cool to see. Definitely keeping a watchful eye on that.
Are you rooting for anyone in particular?
I like a little bit of an underdog situation, so I'm definitely rooting for a Otito. There's a guy, who came out, was an NCAA record holder 2 or 3 years ago, and he kind of snuck in the 3rd place and beat kind of a vet at trial. So I'm definitely rooting for him. And obviously Ryan Krauser and Joe Kovacs are going to perform well, but I'm interested to see what he does.
Thanks.
All right, any final questions for Tito? Great, thanks for your time, Tito.
Thank you.
We'll have Odua Isibor coming up next.
Thanks, Tito.
All right, we're joined by Odua now. Again, if you have any questions, please hit the raise hand button at the bottom of your screen. Tracy, go ahead.
Hey, Odua, how you doing, man?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Since when you first got to UCLA, since then, you've kind of had a physical transformation, you'd have to say. Just talk about how that's been. It's been 5 years. I think you came in at what, 220, something like that?
I actually came in at 212.
212.
Real twig, yeah. Our strength staff, our training staff, they really did a good job giving us the right food, the right nutrition, and time in the weight room to build ourselves. So I've gained probably 40, 50 pounds since then. Lots of muscle, speed, agility, all that has stayed high. So I'm very thankful for that. UCLA has done a lot for us, so it was really good for that.
So starting off, you were known for being athletic and quick, and now adding that weight and playing inside on the defensive line. What does that do for you when you're going up against 320-pound offensive linemen?
I think it allows me to be explosive. I think that's one of my strong points, my speed, my explosiveness. It allows me to not get too worried about double teams because I can trust in my athleticism. And while I have that explosiveness and speed, I'm pretty strong too. I've gone to the weight room. I can hang in there with the big guys because I consider myself a big guy. So yeah, I actually really enjoy it too. It's a nice challenge.
Yeah. Going into this season, this is, you'd say, the second year in kind of a new defense, a bit of a new scheme, and it moves you around. How much more familiar do you think you and your fellow defensive linemen are in the scheme, and what does it do for you? What kind of opportunities does it provide for you?
Our coaching staff stresses versatility a lot. So all of us are kind of very used to playing in every position. So I think that we move a lot. So I think that since we're able to play different positions or play everywhere on the line, we're able to make plays in various situations, and we're not very static. And that doesn't, that doesn't keep us stuck in one place. It doesn't keep us from making plays in different situations. So I feel like it's good for us. Our guys play through tech, our guys play edge, our guys play everything. So we're able to do a lot of different things that way.
Thanks, Stu.
Sam Conan from SI.
Hey, Odua, how you doing?
How you doing, Sam?
Good. So you talked about over the past couple of years how the training staff kind of helped you beef up a little bit and keep the speed and athleticism. But now you got Coach Belton coming in. What has he done for you specifically? How is it working with him, and what's it like having that relationship between him and the players?
And Coach Belton brings energy. So I feel like one thing that our team has now that puts us over the edge against anyone else is energy and just tenacity. We're able to come on the field every day with the highest amount of energy possible. We've been listening to the same DMX track for months now, and that energy is kind of builds into our bodies at this point, builds into our minds. So I feel like he's done a really good job allowing us to be productive in that way.
What song is it?
About cuss word.
Okay. and then I just want to ask you about having Jay, who was a late transfer. He's with the D line, and then Devin just yesterday showing up. What have you seen from the two of them being the young guys, late adds to the group?
I love Dev. He just got here, but he's been a really good addition to our room. Always brings a smile to my face, always laughing. Great guy, great human being. Jay's another great guy. He's hilarious. I'm always joking around with him, and he's really smart, really strong, really fast, has great moves inside. He's a pleasure to play with on the field. So I like talking to him on the field, and it's a great time having him here.
Great. Thanks, Odua.
Tukni, go ahead.
Oh God. Okay. Hi, dude. It's good to see you. So you guys have been kind of waiting for this year for a while to kind of grow up into this moment. You have experience pretty much everywhere now. How do you see that experience showing up on the practice field, and how do you think it'll help you guys when we actually get to see you guys play games?
So not too long ago, we were a really young team, and I feel like now we're extremely old, and in a good way. We have a lot of leaders on the team and zero egos. We have a lot of people who are willing to take feedback, a lot of people who are able to give feedback, and I feel like we're able to build generations of players so that we can be successful in years to come. So especially now that we have like a bunch of leaders and a bunch of older guys who can lead everyone on the team, I feel like we're in a good position to be successful during the season.
With that in mind, having, waited and built this program up for so many years to get to this point, what's kind of the mood in the locker room about the sense of urgency of this program to start winning some games?
I think our mindset is that we can be the best. People just don't know it yet. We know it, and that's what's important. We're just 15 points away from being the best team in the pack, and all we have to do is just prove that when we get to the field. And it's really that simple. We put in the work day in, day out. We come in for extra work on our off days. We do everything that we're supposed to and more. So I feel like we've done the work necessary to be the best, and we're totally capable of doing that. Now it just comes down to proving that on the field.
Thanks.
All right, any final questions? Cool, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for your time, Odua.
Appreciate it. Thank you.